The best smartwatch combines style, functionality, and reliability. Look for features like heart rate monitoring, GPS tracking, water resistance, and long battery life. There are many products available to choose a smartwatch, each with different characteristics, benefits. To help you make an informed decision, I did deep research, read tons of reviews, and made a list of the best smartwatch from renowned brands. After much research, I found these products much helpful for folks like you. If you want to know about the price and other information, be sure to check my video description. So without any further delay, let's jump into the video. Number 1. Amazfit GTR4 Smartwatch with GPS. Amazfit's really established itself making financial plan wearables that punch far over their weight. I've been reliably intrigued by the GTR line of smartwatches throughout the long term, and the $199.99 GTR4 is no special case. Besides the fact that it has an exemplary look, yet you likewise get 14 days of battery duration and a variety, consistently on a late show. New to the GTR4 is double-band GPS, a component that Apple and Garmin as of late acquainted with their better quality smartwatches. Or then again, on the off chance that you like to design your own path runs or climbs, you can import your own GPS courses, as well. It tracks 150 games and elements the entire day, persistent pulse observing. You can likewise screen pressure, rest, and SpO2 levels. For brilliant elements, you can accept approaches. Number 2. Google Pixel Watch 2 with heart rate tracking. That is a result of environments. A few highlights of Samsung's watches just work with Samsung telephones. Overall, Pixel Watch doesn't really mind what Android telephone you have, you'll get a similar encounter in any case. All things considered, its call screening component will possibly work in the event that you pair it with a Tensor-prepared Pixel telephone. It's somewhat frustrating, yet contrasted with Samsung, the Pixel Watch 2 doesn't gatekeep well-being highlights in light of what telephone you have. It's additionally continuously going to have the furthest down the line updates to research administrations like Google Guides, Google Wallet, YouTube Music, and Google Colleagues since, indeed, it's Google's smartwatch. With the Pixel Watch 2, Google additionally added Schedule and Gmail to its rundown of upheld applications. Discussing which, purchasing the Pixel Watch 2 will likewise get you a 6-month preliminary of Fitbit Premium and a 1-month preliminary of YouTube Music. The main redesign from last year is that the battery dependably endures 24 hours with the consistently in plain view empowered. A portion of this is because of the more power-proficient Wear operating system 4 and another Qualcomm Snapdragon W5 processor. You can get around 50% shortly, and a full charge requires around 75 minutes. In view of a firmware update. Number 3. TicWatch Pro 5 Smartwatch for Men. Mobvai's TicWatch setup has its dedicated fans on purpose. Really lengthy battery duration. The $249.99 TicWatch Expert 5 is no special case. It has an expected 80 hours of battery duration with standard use, an optional super low power show, and an enormous, for a smartwatch you wear on your wrist, in any event, 628 mAh battery. I didn't exactly get 80 hours in my testing, yet I helped get out 48 to 60 hours even with weighty GPS use. That outmatches the greater part of the watches in this classification, and is valuable for explorers and perseverance competitors. It probably won't measure up to a first-in-class Garmin, but at the same time it's a more brilliant watch for a small portion of the cost. Battery duration to the side, Mobvai's watches are an incredible option in contrast to the Fossil Gen 6, and the Expert 5 is a decent choice for wellness, zeroed in individuals who aren't enthused about surrendering shrewd capacities for Garmin or Polar. It's additionally more solid than Fossil's design watches or the Pixel Watch. This time around, Mobvai has likewise added a computerized crown, so you don't need to stress over looking at menus with sweat-soaked fingers. The complement side button additionally lessens the gamble of coincidental presses. Number 4. Garmin Venu 3 Silver Stainless Steel Bezel Smartwatch. Garmin is most popular for making rough GPS watches that have amazing wellness includes, yet aren't exactly genius in any case. In any case, the $449.99 Venu 3 takes special care of individuals who need first-class wellness following, without forfeiting efficiency highlights. It has a beautiful and dynamic generally on OLED show and comes in 2 sizes, 41mm and 45mm. Like its ancestor, the Venu 2 or more, it likewise has a mouthpiece and speaker, so you can accept and settle on decisions straightforwardly from the wrist. It likewise has a smart workaround for computerized colleagues. It utilizes Bluetooth to work with anything partner is as of now on your telephone. You figure more wellness trackers would do this, yet they don't. It functioned admirably in testing, however advanced colleagues aren't generally the most astute at figuring out orders. The Venu 3 doesn't host the best third get-together application environment, however it has Spotify, Deezer, and Amazon Music for disconnected playback. Number 5. Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 Classic 43mm Smartwatch. In the event that you have a Samsung telephone, you'll get the most mileage out of a Samsung smartwatch. Furthermore, of the 3 watches Samsung has in its ongoing setup, I suggest the Samsung Universe Watch 6 work of art. Most importantly, it has a turning actual bezel, and said bezel is presently 15% more slender than the Cosmic System Watch 4 work of art. The refreshed plan is sleeker than its ancestor, and the bigger presentation is more straightforward on the eyes, and is just somewhat greater at 43mm and 47mm. I have little wrists, however the 47mm was still very agreeable for ordinary wear. It's starting with Wear Operating System 4, which adds expanded battery duration. Lastly, cloud reinforcements. One UI 5 watch likewise adds some minor well-being and rest-following enhancements, however this will ultimately advance toward more seasoned models. While I lean toward the work of art, the base Watch 6 model might be the better choice in the event that you need a more modest, lighter, sleeker, and less expensive smartwatch. That's all from my end. I make helpful videos daily, so do subscribe my channel. If you need more information or if you want to know product price, do check out my description. For any kind of problem, please comment below. Stay updated with our cool products as it will make your life much more easier.